All right, so we're gonna launch from there up to there. And that's actually pretty big. We don't wanna land in the trench. There'll be no trenching today. We're gonna land up there safely and sound.
We're rolling, welcome to Roll, Minnesota.
You're watching Roll, Minnesota.
You're watching Roll, Minnesota.
Minnesota seal of approval.
We're watching Roll, Minnesota. Subscribe.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Hey everybody, what's up from Roll, Minnesota, your state of skate. Butch Lehman here, coming live from the garage, the HQ, and today I wanted to offer a trick tip and tutorial video. And everybody out there has their favorite trick, a safety trick, and that's kind of what I wanted to do with this video, is make this into a weekly thing, where each week we feature a different trick, giving some how-to and insights into that trick, as well as trying to land it on a number of different obstacles, try to get as many as possible. So today I wanted to kick things off with one of my favorite tricks, one that I feel pretty comfortable doing, and that's alley-oop top horn. Now this is a trick that is a little bit advanced, but once you start learning top sides and alley-oops, this is one that I think is actually really safe. So we're gonna get warmed up here and see if we can get some alley-oop top horns on a number of different obstacles. Let's get it.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
So when I think of alley-oop top horns, I think one of the safest ways to do them is on quarter pipes. And the secret here is you have to have your royales down. If you can do royale or front side, then it's just an extra 90-degree twist and you're reaching your feet at it. Now that's the number one mistake that I see people make with this trick, is they jump over the obstacle, whether it's a box, whether it's a rail, or a quarter pipe. What you wanna do is keep your shoulders, your body square on the inside, not too far over. You wanna reach with your feet. That'll also get you in that top side position. It'll make your ankles bend a little bit more, and that'll get the wheels off the top of the ramp, off the top of the ledge, so that you're not rolling your tricks. But anyway, we'll get an alley-oop top horn here first, and then we'll see if we can put it up a notch on the extension box.
Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do.
So if you've watched the channel before, you know that quarter pipes are my favorite obstacle to skate. If you're a novice at quarter pipes though, you really want to get the angle down for quarter pipes first with maybe some easier tricks, but you really have to carve in hard so you're almost coming parallel with the coping by the time you get up to it. And that's what'll put your feet in the right position to lock alley-oop top horn, royale, kind grind. It doesn't really matter, whatever trick you're doing, it's all about the angle when it comes to quarter pipes. All right, so now that we got the alley-oop top horn on the quarter pipe, we're gonna do the next logical progression and take it up to this extension box behind me. Now I absolutely love skating sub boxes at the top of quarter pipes because it's a very different feeling. Instead of just riding into the grind, it's almost like a launch into it. And so you get a little bit of air time. Now that does make it a little bit easier for some tricks, gives you more time to spin, more time to spot your grind, but also it makes it more difficult in some ways because you really have to launch out and up, but at the same time maintain your body positioning on the inside of the quarter. So it's kind of a pick your poison type of situation, but I think we'll be able to knock this one out pretty easily.
You could never do before, and even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Yeah, so like I said before, that's one of the things I see people struggle with immensely, whether it's with alley-oop topside tricks in general or skating sub boxes, is launching too far over. So part of that is going to be that carve into the trick where you're coming almost parallel to the actual rail, but then part of it as well is the body position. And your shoulders, they're gonna be key in this trick. Well, it's time to take it to a ledge, and this isn't just any ledge, this is a PVC ledge. The down boxes here are unbelievably fun, and alley-oop top horn is like the perfect trick to get warmed up here. It forces you to jump a little bit, get those legs moving, get that upper body stretched out, but you also have to twist, and so that's a good setup for any of those other spin tricks, whether we're talking alley-oops, true spins, or even start getting into the 360s. So alley-oop top horn is a great stepping stone up to other bigger and better tricks. So let's get this one. So you've probably noticed this, but I'm starting over here and I'm actually carving my way into the box. So it's not a completely straight approach, and what I like about that slight angle is it allows you to get that reach. You're actually already partially through the rotation when you jump, and in some ways that does make you more susceptible to jumping over the box. But on the other hand, if you under jump it a little bit and you use your feet to reach over to the box, you're already in that squatting position, and you're gonna be very topside on it. So that's one of the little disclaimers and pieces of advice that I would offer, is bring in a slight angle on this. Not too much, you don't wanna come from a 90-degree angle, but just a slight carve into it. It works every time. Well, I've actually had to do this trick multiple times to film all of the different angles, but that's one of the things that I really do like about sessions like this, is it helps build that level of consistency. This is a trick I've been doing for a really long time, so I already feel like I have some of that built up. Now, one of the things that you might have noticed is on every one of these I've done a 180 out, spinning in the same direction, and I feel like that's a good indication if you're really locked in topside, because if your shoulders are in, if you're really topside and you're already turning that direction, that 180 out feels really natural. And sometimes it just feels good to come out of a trick forward. I'm generally more of a fakie person myself, but this is one that jumping into it, locking in, and then being able to dismount, going that same direction, just feels right. Of course, for good measure, we'll also have to get this ledge here. All right, so this A-frame box is a little bit different in that it has a kicker going up to it, a little launch, so rather than having to spot your trick, plan it, jump, spin, rotate, lock, a lot of that work is already done for you when you have a kicker. Now, where this one does become a little bit more difficult is not jumping over. The ramp can be deceptive and make you think you need to go further than what you actually do. So a lot of this one is just in the rotation and the shoulder position. Like I said earlier, that's the key, is making sure you're locked and inside of the ledge, inside of the quarter pipe, whatever the obstacle is. So we'll throw down a couple little alley-oop top horns, and we're gonna get the big one, the big gapped alley-oop top horn. All right, so we're gonna launch from there up to there. And that's actually pretty big. Now this one is actually a little bit scary, which is why I've saved it for last, but we're gonna go off the little slant jump over the A-frame box down to the down ledge. So it's kind of an extension box, if you will. And part of this is the gap out, but also the gap over. And so the angle is just gonna have to be perfect. But that's one of the things that I like with alley-oop top horn, is it's a trick that you're really reaching at the rail, and so that way your body is aligned to easily catch yourself if you happen to miss, which hopefully that's not the case here. I don't want to miss and land in the trench, because that's a pretty big trench. We don't want to land in the trench. There'll be no trenching today. We're gonna land up there safely and sound. All right guys, there you have it. Alley-oop top horn, our first trick tip tutorial video. You guys will have to let me know down in the comments below what trick you want to see featured next week. I have a few options up here on the screen, and let me know your vote, because one of those is going to be up next. Anyway guys, I'm Butch Lehman of Roll, Minnesota, reminding you to stay safe, stay healthy, and get out there and do some rollerblading. Until next time everybody, peace.